Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you're a recent grad right now, or honestly, even if you just know one, you are probably painfully aware that today's job market is, well, it's deeply, deeply frustrating. It literally feels like the rules of the entire game just got rewritten overnight. But hey, take a deep breath, because today we're building you a clear, structured survival guide. We're going to break down exactly how you need to format your resume for the robot screeners, how to adapt your skills, and where the safest jobs actually are hiding. Let's get into it.
To really grasp the scale of what we're dealing with, we just need to listen to what young job seekers are going through right now. Take Zola, for instance. Zola is a graduate with two master's degrees, who spent an entire year firing off over 200 applications. I mean, that used to be a lifetime's worth of resumes, and she's getting almost zero formal responses. Or consider Tiffany, a recent grad from New York. She talks about waking up in the dead of night, just staring at the ceiling, wondering, how much longer am I going to be stuck in this awful limbo between school and adulthood? They're pouring all this time and mental energy into an absolute void. And the massive reason for this new reality? Well, it's exactly what you probably suspect.
Okay, let's dive into this. It is the terrifying question on literally every recent graduate's mind. We've all heard the chatter, right? AI is coming for our jobs. But is it actually happening right now at the entry level? Well, the short answer from the experts is a resounding yes. But here's the kicker. The robots aren't just taking the jobs. They're guarding the front door. So to beat this disruption, we first have to understand the exact mechanics of what we're up against.
So here's our roadmap for this explainer. First, we'll look at the entry-level perfect storm. Then we'll examine the new AI gatekeepers. After that, we'll get into the really actionable stuff, bypassing the algorithm, leaning into the human advantage, and finally, figuring out where to work next.
Section 1. The entry-level perfect storm. Let's break down exactly what kind of environment you're stepping into.
You see, the current hiring landscape for young people isn't just about AI. We are stuck in this perfect storm of a post-pandemic corporate chill, way too many degrees flooding the market, and yes, artificial intelligence. What's really fascinating here is the data from a recent Stanford study. Check this out. Right after ChatGPT exploded onto the scene in late 2022, job openings for 22 to 25-year-olds just plummeted by 13% for roles that are easy for AI to handle. We're talking software development, marketing, customer service. Meanwhile, older, more established workers, their opportunities are remaining largely unaffected.
Because of this incredibly stark divide, researchers are actually calling young people the canaries in the coal mine. Think about it. Entry-level jobs are usually administrative, they're digital, and they're highly repetitive. Those are the exact types of tasks that AI can learn in a heartbeat and execute efficiently to save companies a ton of money. Older workers are surviving because they rely on institutional knowledge, complex judgment, and relationship building. The stuff AI just doesn't have yet. But here's the problem. If young people can't land those initial entry-level roles, how do they ever progress to the secure mid-level jobs that require that irreplaceable human expertise?
Section 2. The AI gatekeepers. Let's look at how corporations are fundamentally reshaping who and how they hire.
Major tech giants are completely changing the game right now. Amazon's CEO, for example, explicitly warned that generative AI is going to significantly reduce their corporate workforce over the next few years, and at companies like Duolingo, they've gone completely AI first. They are demanding fewer human hires, and they're even forcing managers to justify why a human is needed over an AI for any new role. They're even evaluating their current staff on daily AI efficiency. But these gatekeepers don't just exist once you're hired. They are literally guarding the front door. Just think about this terrifying new application funnel. Step 1. Your resume gets scanned by an AI algorithm hunting for exact keywords. Step 2. AI chatbots interrogate you with screening questions. Step 3. AI programs are actually scoring your video interview based on your facial expressions and tone of voice. I mean, no pressure, right? By the time you reach Step 4, which is an actual living, breathing human being looking at your application, you've already been ranked and sorted by a machine.
Section 3. Bypassing the algorithm. Time to talk about how we actually hack this process and get past those robot bouncers.
All right, now that you know the robots are the ones bouncing people at the door, you've got to realize that submitting a traditional application just is not going to cut it anymore.
So here is your insider action plan to optimize your resume for automated screening. First off, stop agonizing over that deeply personal, beautifully crafted cover letter. I hate to say it, but the algorithm simply does not care. Instead, you need to shift your focus to highly formulaic formatting. Stick to clean, simple text. No fancy graphics, no creative layouts that are just going to confuse the AI parsers. You absolutely must mirror the exact keywords and phrases from the job description right into your application to make sure you get flagged as a match. Look, I know it feels incredibly robotic, but it's completely required. And this is crucial. If you do get through to an interview, be fully prepared to explicitly prove how you use AI tools to increase your own efficiency. Companies want to know you can do the job faster by leveraging AI yourself.
Section 4. The human advantage. Let's talk about what AI fundamentally lacks.
So once you actually get past the algorithm, how do you prove you're worth keeping around? You adapt your skill set. Varun Maya, who is a generative AI founder in India, points out that AI is rapidly taking over roles that just involve translating instructions into code. Think about the divide between these two types of work. On one hand, we have the danger zone, repetitive digital tasks, and basic admin. If that is all you're bringing to the table, you're in trouble. To survive, you have to pivot to the other side, human skills. You need to pitch yourself not just as someone who can execute a basic task, but as someone who brings accountability, who understands the broader business context, and who applies critical judgment rooted in things like psychology and philosophy.
BBC reporter Nathalie Jimenez really hit the nail on the head with this one. She says you have to see AI as your co-pilot. Seriously, do not hide from it. Put it right on your resume. Show these employers that you use it as a co-pilot to blast through your work, leaving you with the time and mental energy to handle the high-level thinking they actually desperately need. If you can tap into what AI doesn't have, which, let's be real, is essentially what makes us uniquely human, you become indispensable. Just let the software handle the boring, repetitive stuff.
Section 5. Where to work next. Let's figure out where the safe harbors actually are.
Knowing all this, where exactly should you be pointing your compass if you want to avoid being displaced? You really want to identify and pursue fast-growing industries that fundamentally require physical presence, deep human connection, or high-level ethical oversight. Healthcare is a massive one. I mean, no robot can hold a patient's hand and deliver difficult news, right? Hiring there remains incredibly strong. Green tech is another huge opportunity. Things like solar panel construction require manipulating the physical world in unpredictable environments, which AI still really struggles with. Basically, you want to look for the friction points. Anywhere that requires a human being to weigh the ethical consequences of a business decision or to physically intervene. That's your absolute safest bet.
The reality is, the job market has completely transformed. Sending hundreds of applications out into the void without a clear strategy, it just won't work anymore. You've got to format for the machine, highlight your irreplaceable soft skills, and explicitly target the industries that absolutely need human judgment. AI might be the ultimate co-pilot, but my final question to you is this. Are you ready to step up, leverage your uniquely human skills, and take the captain's seat? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and hey, good luck out there.